Okay, I'm so excited to be recording this, you guys. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aaliyah, and I am a young mother. I'm an entrepreneur. I love self-care, so every Sunday on my channel, we do self-care. On Wednesdays, we have regular vlogs or whatever else it may be. It's a really good, fun time around here, so please make sure that you guys hit that like button and that subscribe button and come back for more. Okay, so before we even start today's video, I got some Starbucks just now. Usually get a strawberry refresher and I add pink lemonade, light ice, no strawberries, but I accidentally said a pink drink with lemonade. And then I also got 2 pink cake pops. As you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about how to keep your peace, how to ensure your peace. I did put a poll on my Instagram and I asked 3 different topics for today's video, and this was one of the topics. Self-care while being a mom was a topic, and then losing yourself and finding yourself while in a relationship was also a topic. And so I was super surprised because I haven't had too much interaction on my beauty page, so I'm just like, trying to grow that page. I got a lot of answers, and I actually had a lot of people on each topic say that they want to hear that. So I decided that I was going to do all of the topics, and I'm just going to split it up into like the next month. So every other self-care video will probably be like a sit down or something like that. But basically, I was super excited that I got so many people to actually vote and tell me what they would want to see. And so I just went into my little notebook and I just started writing everything that I felt. And this specific topic that I'm talking about today, I am very passionate about this topic because it's very new to me and it's very fresh for me and my way of thinking. I feel like I'm finally like balancing that to be peaceful and to be at peace. And these last couple of months, some things just have been happening and I've been able to stay peaceful through it all, and I'm just grateful for where I am in my life in that aspect. Like, I'm just very grateful. So I genuinely just want to share with you guys like everything that I've been doing for myself to keep myself peaceful. And me talking today is solely based on my life experiences and the shit that I've literally been through. Everything that I've been through has made me be able to find my peace. So maybe you haven't been through as much. Have you skip that part and just tell you what I learned from it? So that's what I'm going to do today. Keeping your peace and staying positive, protecting your energy, protecting your peace. It is so important to protect yourself. I'll show you guys how to maybe take things more lightly. I used to be someone that really to heart and really think that I was the problem behind other people's actions, or I was the reason that things were happening to myself. And to a certain extent, I do believe that that is true, and I'll tell you guys about that later. But for the most part, it had nothing to do with me. I was a kid, or even nowadays, people do stupid shit all the time, and it genuinely just doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with them and the way that they think and the way that they live their life. Like I said, 2021 has really taught me so fucking much. Obviously, starting my own business, that's like the biggest thing. Starting my own business, you guys can tell, like, I don't have a bunch of followers. I don't have a bunch of clients yet, and that's very discouraging, I feel like, especially when you're first starting. So that, I've been starting my business, that's a very discouraging thing. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit how to stay positive during things like that. I've had people literally online talking shit about me. I've never met them a day in my life, never talked to them a day in my life, never done anything to them, period, at all. Never said anything bad about them, never wished harm upon them. Was just very nice, a very nice person, as I feel I am. And those people still get online and they still talk shit about you. I've had friends be hella shady to me this year. I had people literally that were at my wedding that I was just like, why are you here? I've had to grow apart from people and put up boundaries for myself. I've really been through a lot. Just know that everything that I'm saying is truly coming from my life experiences and the things that I've been put through, and the people that I've had to deal with, not only in my childhood life, but now my adult life. Also, I feel like another reason why I'm able to be so much at peace is that, like I said, I've been through a lot. I've been through so much. I've been through so much negativity in my life that I genuinely, look at me, I genuinely do not, cannot, and will not have negativity in my life. That's where I am. That's where I am in my life. I've been through so much of other people's shit that I refuse to allow that into my life. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. I think being peaceful with yourself all starts with your own self-worth. Self-love, self-care, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it all starts there. And for me, I can definitely say that working on myself in these little ways has helped me abundantly, like has helped me so much just at staying quiet and feeling okay with not being angry and upset with things. So the first thing that I feel like is most important is to know who you are. When you know who you are, it's very hard for people to knock you down. So the first thing that I would say to describe yourself in 5 words. For me, I feel like my 5 words are creative. So creative, positive. I would say that I'm a nice person. I would say that I am considerate. I'm loving. Those loving or nurturing. Those are my 5 words, and I stand by those 5 things. And for me, it wasn't as easy to just be like, oh, I'm these 5 things, or oh, I want to be these 5 things. No, I had to read it every day. I had to read those words every day. I have to say those words every day. I have to look at myself in the mirror and tell them to myself and make sure that I know that they're true. No one can make me feel any different about myself. I use an affirmation app called I Am. Highly recommend it, highly suggest it. Gives you notifications. You guys can pick what you want the affirmations about. It's a great app. I've talked about it before and I still use it to this day. My whole entire family's on it. I don't know what else to say other than, like, if you're not using it yet, you should be. Another thing that I started doing was simply just asking myself if I move with good intent. Do I have good intentions when I talk to people, when I ask people questions, when I say hi to them, when I am doing things? Just overall, if I am setting good intentions for myself, then I'm at peace. I have no harm, no negativity, no BS in my mind. I have good intent for everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm saying, everyone that I'm meeting. I want nothing but the best and but good and positivity and greatness out of it. And if you haven't been moving with good intent, if you feel like maybe last month you said something to somebody and you know for a fact you said that shit with bad intentions, that shit's coming back to you. So don't let yourself do questionable things like that. We really do have to retrain ourselves to not be so negative. And that's exactly what I've done. And like I said, if you did something last month or last week or a year ago, write it down on a piece of paper and burn it and tell yourself out loud, write it down, I don't care. But tell yourself, I'm never going to be setting bad intentions again. I'm not setting bad intentions again. That's not me anymore. The next thing I would say to figure out is, who are you doing it for? Who are you trying to stay positive for? Who are you at peace for? If it's for yourself, good, but why? For me, I would say clearly my biggest one is my daughter. I do not want to raise a negative little girl. I do not want to raise a little girl who thinks that she's better than everybody. I don't want to raise somebody that leads life with bad intentions, because she will never get anything good from that. I am who she's looking up to most. Her guidebook, I am her life book. I know that I have to present myself the way that I want my daughter to present herself, and that's with the big ass smile on her face, happy and nice to those who deserve her good energy. I'd also say I do it for my siblings. I've been helping raise them. I've been teaching them their everyday lives. They really watch me and they learn from me, and I know that. And every time that I'm negative or in a bad headspace, I can see how that affects them. It's not ever what I want. I have 2 little sisters and 2 little brothers that I don't want anything but the best for. Another person would be my mom and Brendan. The other 2 people would be my mom and Brendan. They both aren't very positive. I feel like they let their first thought be the thought that is what they are. And that's exactly what we're trying to unteach ourselves to be. Your first negative thought should not be who you are. First negative thought should be replaced with positive thoughts. You need to retrain your brain, like I said, to be a more positive person. And so with my mom and Brendan, even though they're not the most positive people, I feel like I am the best example for them. I feel like I am their pillow. When they say something negative, I always have something positive to say right back to them. Like, you're not going to get something negative back from me, especially if you're my mom and my husband. Like, I'm going to give you something to be positive about. And then the last thing that I would say that you need to do for your self-help to be able to be as positive and peaceful as you want to be is to know where you're going. If you have something that you do every day that you love to do, you have a hobby, you have something that you're zoned in on, you're focused on, instead of focusing on everybody else, you're going to be more peaceful, period. Have something that you're reaching for. It's going to be hard. Maybe that thing is even what's discouraging you. But having something else to think about, to be able to zone off in, to plan, say, you know what, if the negative thing that's bothering me isn't going to affect my plan and where I'm going and what I really want, then I'm not going to let it affect me. Those are a couple of things that I for sure have done this year to be able to get over all the bullshit and not let it affect me the way that it used to, or the way that it might affect most people. So after your self-work, say you go do this self-work and then 2 days from now something happens to you and you're in the moment and you're fucking pissed. You're pissed again and you're upset. Maybe you're crying. Maybe you're going off on somebody. Maybe you're trying to go fight somebody. Like, maybe you're on social media talking shit. I don't know. Maybe your dreams aren't going true. Maybe you're in bed. Maybe this is your 4th day in bed crying and you don't know how to get up. These are my rules that I have literally set for myself so that anytime I get upset or negative thoughts or anything, I can do these things and it will pull me back to my who I am, who I'm doing it for, why I'm doing it, what my course is, my good intention. It brings me back to all that stuff. The first thing that I started, I would even say that I started this in high school, because my junior and senior year, I genuinely let all the bullshit go, let all the friends go. I had my friends still, but they weren't like determining my happiness. I wasn't happy because I was hanging out with my friends on the weekend. I was just happy being alone. I started doing the 5x5 rule. You've probably heard of this before, but it genuinely helps. This is like a great first step. The 5x5 rule is, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't let it bother you for more than 5 minutes. And that really, really helped me in high school, because in high school, literally so much shit's going on. People are talking shit. People don't know you and they think they know you, and they have no idea what you're going through at home, who you are as a person outside of school, just a bunch of things. And knowing that none of those people are gonna matter to me in 5 years. Their opinions aren't gonna matter to me. I'm not gonna see them every day in 5 years. I could give 2 shits what they're doing in 5 years. They can give 2 shits what I'm doing in 5 years. That in itself just gave me so much peace. It simply just eliminates all the petty bullshit. 5x5. Now, where I am right now, something upsets, and I'm laughing because when I get upset and I cry, 8 times out of 10, after I'm done crying, I just have to like laugh at myself and just be like, bitch, why are you crying over that? Like, that did not deserve that energy. Which is why I only give myself 3 minutes to be mad, to be upset, to cry, to cuss, to say fuck that bitch, like fuck you bitch, like really just go off. I give myself 3 minutes to do that, to cry for a full 3 minutes over something that does not affect my health, my money, my family, or my dreams, is pointless. And that's just kind of what I came to a conclusion about. And then after I'm done with my 3 minutes, like I said, I'll either get on my I Am app, I'll just start reading affirmations, I'll watch a YouTube video of just like positivity, being happy, something that I like. But most of the time I just get into the mirror and I'll sit there crying, tears like running down my face. I'll wipe my tears off and I'll literally just look in the mirror and I'll just tell myself, like, you are bad bitch, Lee. You do not need to be crying and giving your energy to these things and to these people that have no control over your life. You're the only person in this whole entire world that can affect your mood and the way you're feeling, the fact that you're crying right now. You're the only person that could stop or start that. So why stop it right now? Stop crying, wipe your tears. You're way more than whatever the fuck just happened. So that's usually what I tell myself. And then I laugh because I'm like, I really cried over that shit. And then I really just had to hype myself up like I didn't even fucking know that shit. Like, I knew that shit. I don't want to be a negative person. I've been through so much in my life that negativity seems or is just stupid to me. It genuinely doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why people would want to be in that. It doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I laugh. That's not who I am. And sometimes I do let people affect me and other things affect me, but not for long. And then obviously that's not to say that I don't go down bad. Like, I go down bad sometimes, or I give myself 2 days. If something really, 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 that just like really took me out, I don't know, maybe you lost a job, maybe you lost your best friend, maybe you broke up with your boyfriend, I don't know. And I'm not even saying that it will only take 2 days. I'm just saying, from the moment you get upset and start crying, give yourself 2 days. If after that 2 days, on the 4th day you start crying again, give yourself another 2 days. Like, it's okay. What I do is I give myself 2 days. The first day is to dwell. Just give yourself that day to lay in bed, cry, watch romantic movies, be sad, stay off of social media, be angry, fucking go punch a wall. I don't know. I don't know what you need to do to dwell, but for me, I usually will just stay in bed, watch shows, try not to think about anything. not even what I'm being upset about. If it sparks my mind and I just need to cry, then I cry throughout the day. But doing something that I like that doesn't require too much energy is usually how I spend my first day. My second day, all that shit's gone. I never wake up with the same attitude that I had yesterday, unless it was a good one. I will never wake up with the same being upset or angry. I never wake up like that. The first day is to cry, upset, dwell, don't use too much energy. By the second day, I'm planning the second day. Whatever pissed me off, whatever upsetted me, I'm fixing it right now. If it was a person, I'm blocking them. If it was something I did, I'm fixing it. If it's something that I can do, I'm planning on how I can do that. My 2-day max really helps me. Honestly, nobody will be getting more than 3 minutes from me this year. Like, to get that 2 days, like, it would have to be really something detrimental to my life. So, that's how I feel. That's how at peace and happy I am. Y'all can't fuck with me. Y'all seen that? I hope y'all seen that. There was a bird just flew into the window. What does that mean? He tried to get to me. Something else in the moment that I've really just been implementing so much, especially this past year, has been boundaries. I love the word boundaries. You can't touch my feelings. My boundaries around myself are too good. I'm sorry. Removing myself. I remove myself from anything and everything that is negative around me. Like I said before, I've been through so much shit that I refuse to have negativity in my life. And I say that to myself all the time. I say that to other people that try to bring that shit into my life. I will literally say that to them. I don't care. Like I said, I will block you. I will ignore you. I will ignore them. I will ignore whoever, whatever it is. I will block. I've told multiple people, like, just don't contact me, please. And the nicest, respectfully, don't contact me. The nicest way possible, please. Because you're trying to throw off my energy, you're trying to throw off my good vibe, and can't have that. Like I said, I've been through so much shit that I refuse to have any type of negativity in my life, period. So with that, with working on yourself, figuring out who you are, why you want to be peaceful, why you want to be positive, and how you can keep that, finding all those things, and then working on the things that happen in the moment, taking time for yourself, setting boundaries, doing all those things to stay peaceful. I also feel like it's very, very important to remember what you believe in. And I know we don't all believe in the same thing. Some people believe in a single man. Some people believe in the universe. Some people believe in just themselves. I don't know, Buddha, whoever you believe in, whatever it is. Maybe it's not even a person that you believe in. Maybe you're more so like me. One thing that I can prove to myself, one thing that I could see, one thing that I 100% believe in are my thoughts and my words. If you can't believe in your own thoughts and your own words, then I do feel like it is helpful. It's nice to have someone to believe in, like God or whoever you may believe in. I feel like it is nice, but I feel like to be the ultimate happiness, you really have to believe in yourself, in your own thoughts, in your own words. And I could truly say that I do believe in my own thoughts and my own words. Like I said earlier, those bad intentions that you set, those come back to you. And this might sound crazy to some people, but I have proven to myself, and I have seen other people prove to me, that your words and your thoughts are true. Everything that you think and everything that you say comes true. It happens. And a lot of people, they experience that, or they can see that and they could believe in that through things like manifestation. They say something really positive or something that they really want, write it down a bunch of times, vision board, whatever it might be, and then it comes true later. For me, like I said, I've been through a lot. I can truly say that anytime I've seen or heard or did something negative or have been around something negative, I have seen negativity come right back around in full circle and affect those people or affect me. If you are someone that's having a hard time believing in manifestation or your words or your thoughts, just start by changing your negative thoughts to positive thoughts, and I promise you, you should start feeling or seeing change. If you really believe in it, you will see. I honestly feel like karma is one of the very, very first things I've ever believed in. And that might sound weird, but I've seen karma happen to people. Like I've seen someone do something really bad, and 10 minutes later something even worse happened to them. Setting good intentions and replacing your negative thoughts with positive thoughts is how you are going to stay positive and how you're going to ensure your peace. That's pretty much what I do. Like I said, I've really been trying to work on myself I would say I've been trying to work on myself for the last 2 years. I say 2 years, my daughter's about to be 2 years old, and when I was pregnant, and that's when I started really trying to work on myself. I always knew that I was gonna step into something like this, and I'm still working on myself. I don't know how else to explain it, and I hope that I did a good job explaining to you guys how I try to keep my peace. Describe yourself, know who you are and why you're here, what you're doing, what your intentions are for life. Setting those boundaries, you gotta fight for your reason why and your purpose and who you are. You gotta fight for all that. And if setting boundaries is the way that you need to do that, then you need to do that. There's no other way to explain that other than the fact that you need to fight for yourself. And then staying true to what you really believe in, which should be your own thoughts and your own words and yourself and your confidence and who you are as a person. I could genuinely say that really helped me. Like, I'm way happier. I'm such a more positive person. And then also just knowing what I've been through, knowing what other people go through, it makes all the stupid, all the little petty stuff just seem so minor. I have become a very upfront and bold person, especially about this exact topic. I have family members that will call me and just say something negative to me, not meaning to hurt my feelings, but sometimes you say things to people and it hurts people's feelings. And I will literally straight up be like, you're kind of like, I don't really want to hear that. Like, that's a little negative. Like, I can't handle this right now. Gotta go. Like, I'll talk to you later. I'm very upfront and want to be very honest with my feelings, because I've also learned that those people that keep their feelings in and the people that try to weave around each other's feelings instead of telling each other the truth, those are the people that usually have consistent negativity in their life. I set big boundaries. Like I said, I will straight up tell people. I literally have somebody not in my life, but that used to be in my life, that still comes around my family, and I refuse to be around them. Like, I refuse for my daughter to ever meet them or ever, like, no. And that's not to say that I am completely shut off, because I'm not. With everybody that I have cut off and set those boundaries with, if every single one of those people, if they wanted to call me or come up to me or text me and just be like, hey Leah, I'm sorry for whatever I did, or can we talk about it, whatever the case may be, kid you not, I'm the first person to be like, yeah, like, don't even worry about it, like, we're all good. It's okay and really easy for me to say sorry, because I know who I am. You could do something to me, I could cut you off, and then you could try to come back, and I'll still be at peace, because at the end of the day, I know that I never did anything. I know that I set good intentions for our relationship. I know that I set good intentions for what I'm trying to do or how I'm trying to do it. Yeah, just like I said, I truly believe that positive people get positive things back, and I think that negative people and negative intentions get negative people and negative intentions back. I truly believe that. So I'm not holding any grudges against anybody, but if someone isn't in the same headspace to understand me when I say I don't want any negativity, and I didn't bring this negativity, I know for a fact that I was never trying to, and somehow you were able to bring that onto me. And if I set boundaries, that's not me being mean, feel bad, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. If somebody can turn that around and be like, oh, I understand Leah when she means she doesn't want negativity, she wants to keep her peace, let me just see if we can keep the peace. Of course, I love to keep peace. I also want to talk about a little bit of something else. It's probably going to be a little bit more of like an add-on, because I pretty much already said everything, like all the ways that I specifically have worked on myself to keep my peace and how I've been keeping my peace. But I truly want to be relatable and find those people that relate to me when I talk and when I put out things like this. I feel like for me, I used to really let people's opinions of me affect me. I'm more of a shy person, but when I'm around my people, I'm clearly not shy. So a prime example as to how I used to let people affect me a lot, and how I kind of got over that, and how I just became more peaceful with like really who I am. And I could always make more videos like this, just sitting down and talking about my life experiences and how I've come to peace with a lot of things. This is something that has occurred like recently into my life again. So in high school, this is a story time. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on my story because this is something that genuinely bothers me, and I used to let people's actions and words and the way that they looked at me affect me in so many different ways. So in high school, I remember being in Spanish class, the middle of the beginning of the year. You know, like you're in for a month or two, and then you figure out like, oh, I do not want this teacher. Like, I need to get my teacher changed. It was kind of like that thing. And I ended up being in this, I had to switch my Spanish class. So I ended up being in another Spanish class with nobody that I knew. And so I went in there, and it was like more of like a smaller classroom. Everybody was really, really close, and it was Spanish. So we always had like group time. And when it came to the group time, there were like these 3 girls that were behind me, and they would always group together. 3 people on the sides of me, they would always group together, and then it would be like kind of awkward, and I kind of have to like ask like, hi, can I be a part of your group, please, you know? And one day I ended up having to be a part of the girl group, and I go over there, and I'm, you know, mind you, I sit right in front of these people. Like, there's 3 girls behind me, and I'm right next, like right in front of them. I will never forget this day just because it bothered me so much, and I cried about it for so long, and I thought something was wrong with me for so long because of it. But basically, I went to their group, and I started talking to them, and we're doing our work, and it's good times, good vibes, like nothing was wrong. Obviously, I'm being myself, who I really am, which is a really nice person, and they're being who they are, which were really cool people. We were getting along. It was like we were laughing, like we were having a really good time. That was the thing that like killed it all, because we were having such a good time, and I was like, oh, I could like, these could be my new friends. Like, I was really thinking that. And one of the girls just looks at me and goes, you know, we really thought you were a bitch until we started talking to you. And I was like, I was so taken back because I had never talked to these people. I had never done anything mean or malicious or like looked at them the wrong way, or I've never talked shit about these people. I don't know these people don't know me. And so I just remember going home, and I cried and I cried and I cried, and I just asked myself so many times, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why do people think you're a bitch, Aaliyah? What is it? What is wrong with you? What did you do? And I used to always think that it was me. And then recently, like I said, I had seen this girl from high school again, and I was talking to her, and she was like, yeah, it was her and her other friends. She's like, yeah, like, you're so, like, I was so nervous about like talking to you. And I was like, you were nervous? Like, I was so nervous coming. Like, I've been like, like really nervous, and I was so nervous to see you again and stuff. And she was like, really? Like, I was so nervous because I, you know, told my friends that I was gonna see you, and they were like, oh, like, isn't she a bitch? She was like, yeah, like, we all thought that you were gonna, like, that you were like really mean, like you're so nice, you're like the nicest person I've ever met. And I almost went home and started crying again, because when you hear that, people just automatically think you're a bitch, and you didn't give them a reason to. It hurts your feelings. Like, it really hurts your feelings. But this is when I really started working on myself, like the 5x5 thing. I would say it was my junior year. Like, yeah, no, it was 100% my junior year when I started working on myself after that situation happened. So basically, I just started knowing who I was. Who are you, Aaliyah? Are you a mean person? Are you a bitch? I'm not a bitch. Don't make me be a bitch to you, and I'm very upfront. I will tell you shit as I feel. I'm never gonna say anything to hurt your feelings or malicious or anything like that. But if you're doing something to me, I will straight up tell you how it is. That's just how it is. But I'm not a mean person. I'm not a bitch. And I've come to the conclusion that it's just my face. Maybe I look like a bitch. I'm sorry. It's my mom and my dad's fault, not my fault. I've never done shit to you, and you think I'm a bitch just because of the way I looked. And that's what I meant when I really used to let the way people judged me affect me. And I feel like that fucked with my like peacefulness the most, just because I could feel like I was this great person, like I was this really nice person, but then other people weren't feeling that unless they were in my immediate circle. I feel like, obviously, I'm not perfect. Never said I was perfect. But you can tell the difference between someone who's a genuine nice person and someone that has bad intentions and is kind of just there to like use you or be around you for no reason, just to get things out of you or to talk shit about you or just to know insight on your life. And I was never one of those people to anybody, any one of my friends. I feel like I've always been there for people. I'm a very nice person. And the other thing that I had to realize is my face might look like this when you're not talking to me. This is what I look like. But as soon as someone says hi to me, I'm like, hey girl, I'm very happy, if you wave at me, somebody can be staring at me in a store hella hard, like some girl just looking like she's mean mugging me, and instead of me thinking that she's mean mugging me, I just smile and wave because I really don't know what's going through her head. That could just be her face, just like this is just my face. So if there's a lesson to learn, please don't judge anybody. We've all been through things, we all go through things, and it's up to you on how you react to things. It's up to you on how long your emotions hold. It's up to you to believe in good things so that good things are in your mind, are in your life, are around you, surround you. I've been through a lot as a kid. I've been through more than most in my adult life already. I truly and can honestly say I have been through enough bullshit and negativity and other people's problems to know that I do not want negativity in my life. If there's a problem in my life, it's going to be because I created it. If there's drama in my life, it's going to be because I created it. No one's allowed to bring drama in my life. You're not allowed to have a problem and put it on me. That's just not what I do. Don't want that for myself. And if you don't want that for yourself, then don't have it in your life. It's hard, but at the end of the day, it is just as simple as that. If you want it to change, you have to make it change. I'm gonna stop talking now. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for letting me sit here and just ramble. I feel so amazing and just so good that I just got to sit here and just talk to you guys and just like get everything off my chest, I feel. Like I said, I'm very passionate about this topic, so if you felt the same way at any point in time, if you related to me at any point in time, please let me know down below so that I don't feel like I'm the only one, because I do feel like I'm the only one a lot of the times. And a lot of these negative situations, not only do I have to go back and talk to myself, but I'll go back to Brendan and I'll be like, am I like this? Do I really do this? Is this my fault? Did I do something wrong? You know, I'll ask him too. So I feel like it's good to have supportive people in your life that know who you really are, that can reassure you of your thoughts, of your happy, positive thoughts. They can reassure you you are that good person, telling you it was not your fault, whatever it may be. So if you need something like that, if you need a support person, I am here, honestly. And if you guys can be my support people too, that would be really nice, because sometimes you need reassurance, not only for other people, but for yourself. You need to reassure yourself, and you need to love yourself, and you need to know who you are and where you're going, and you don't let anybody fuck that up. I always get a lot of good feedback on like my sit down talking videos, and I always feel like those are the most boring ones. So if you guys like today's video, please let me know. DM me, let's talk about it. Let's continue Self-Care Sunday every single Sunday this year and just take care of ourselves. I'm so excited to not only share all the things that I've learned for myself, but to learn more with you guys this year. I really want to take you guys on my journey this year of just self-love and stuff. I know right now it seems like I'm just figuring out what I've learned, but I'm learning. I'm learning right now, and talking to you guys about this, like I said, feels really good, and I'm learning just by doing that. So yeah, I'm learning that silence is a really good way to keep my peace, because I'm not somebody who gives a fuck. If you guys are still here, I love y'all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.